Welcome to news.
News.
Zeno was asleep until news.
News.
Did you say he snooze?
He snoozed.
News.
Welcome, everyone, to Kanpai News for the week commencing the 16th of July, 2023. I, of course, am your host, Nasuth. I am joined by Thaylien and Zeno. How are you boys doing this week?
I remember my hat again.
Well, I gotta tell Nasuth, that I am fucking starving.
Oh man.
But this isn't a hunger for food. I'm not thirsty. I just feel like a lack of information is just
need.
I have a deep burning need hole in my head, right? It needs to be filled with news, right? And nothing else. You're disgusting. Stop it, right?
you need a Mobius strip of news in your head.
Would you care to rephrase that?
No. So moving on. Let's talk about the news this week. Yes, Anne.
Right. So we've actually got some Hollywood news, but it's that's the wrong. Every time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Every time. That's
I don't
my
check
collection.
nothing. Don't. Yeah. Anyway.
Look. I had a lot of stuff to check.
Shush. Just do it. News it.
So some Hollywood news. Film director James Cameron mentioned the possibility of sequels for the Alita Battle Angel film in an article about him selling his California coastal ranch. California justified the sale by stating, "And on Avatar, I'm working in Wellington and Los Angeles. And on the new Alita Battle Angel film, I'll be working in Austin. So it just didn't make sense for us anymore." While he didn't provide specific details, his comments clearly hint at potential continuation of the Alita franchise. And I know Zeno personally excited for that.
Hint.
Yeah. So I'm really happy about this because the Alita, I really don't give a flying fuck what people say, right? They are dumb if they genuinely think that the original Battle Angel Alita anime was a good reflection of the manga. It's trash by the manga. Like the live action is so good compared to the manga.
Yeah.
It's probably just
exactly.
Better.
Yeah. It's probably just that most people like me haven't read the manga and have only seen the OVA.
Yeah. Like one of the big things is that you tell if people have read the manga or not. I can't remember the name of the actor, but he plays that pretty much prosthetic cyborg guy with the real face.
Yeah.
Right. He has the monofilament blade. Right.
Mm-hmm.
In the anime is completely redesigned to look like some kind of Ronin. Right. It has the bamboo hat. It has the a ninja scarf over his face and everything, right? The actual manga version of him is like he is in the live action adaptation, right?
Yeah.
Just fully prosthetic with a face, right? They just completely changed it for the anime. I had no idea why.
No.
For the better, it sounds like.
Shut up, you. Right.
Shall we move on then?
I'm hopeful, yeah.
So, actor David J. Fielding, known for his role as Zordon in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, revealed that he made less than $1,000 for his work on the popular television series, which lacked union representation and offered no residuals. Fielding's comments came in response to the discussions around the ongoing SAG-AFTRA SAG-AFTRA strikes with actor David Yost, who played the Blue Ranger, sharing a similar experience. Fielding disclosed that he received $150 for a day of filming, despite the series generating billions of dollars in revenue during its first year, which is
for the 90s especially. That's crazy.
Yeah, in today's money as well. The primary cast members of Power Rangers, whose likenesses were used extensively in the merchandising, faced similarly low pay and grueling work schedules with 12 to 15-hour days, 6 days a week. Many expressed frustration and disappointment with the situation. After the first season, the cast was offered non-union contracts, leading to several members leaving the show due to the unfavourable terms. The ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike is rooted in concerns about the growing use of AI functionality in media production, which could impact the livelihood of actors and writers. The strike, initiated by the Writers Guild of America, has gained support from SAG-AFTRA, with negotiations between the union and Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, PTP, is thus far proving
Look out, it's the
successful.
acronym Knock Mafia.
Yes. SAG-AFTRA is advocating for better wages, improved working conditions, health and pension coverage, and residuals that reflect the increased prevalence of streaming platforms. This unified strike between the two unions is the first in industry since 1960 and involves more than 160,000 entertainment and media professionals represented by SAG-AFTRA and over 11,000 writers represented by the WGA.
Yeah.
And we keep hearing about this.
Yep.
Twitter has, for all its failings recently, has been going nuts with small interviews of professionals that are out in the strike. One of them pointing out that the Disney executives are saying they're just going to wait it out.
Yeah.
Because the demands are not
unreasonable.
Yeah. To which everybody else is saying, no, that's not going to work for you, mates.
I mean,
it's not unreasonable to get paid for what you do.
I'm on the side of SAG-AFTRA on this, but also I'm sitting back going, we've had writers writing terrible shows and executives demanding terrible shows and sequels and remakes. So I'm just kind of sitting back laughing, but also fuck the executives.
I think. Like I think I heard some relative. I was yesterday or the day before. They're talking about people that are background characters, so like not main actors and things. Like
doing like a day of filming and getting paid for that day. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, you were gonna say that one, Jim.
Well, basically, their likeness is sold on the one day of filming, and then they can be artificially recreated with AI, and they're not paid any further. And it's just like, fuck. Like, I don't understand.
Essentially what happened to Zordon here. He got paid $150 for the day he filmed, and paid for the day he filmed, and each recording session, not by episode. So even though they used him in every episode, they only needed to record him a few times.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's crazy.
They recycled footage and everything, but
and it's essentially what they want to do now.
Have you seen any of the the videos from the AI hearings going on about this?
No.
About the generative AI, and they've actually had professionals from the industries that represent voice actors, and the one of the representatives was the concept artist that did work for things like The Mandalorian, where the concept art was so so stunning in the end credits and everything.
Yeah,
they had them up there, and it is this whole thing of the film and creative industry is trying to outrun any potential legal ramifications, so they establish it as there's the accepted order,
the new norm,
so that people can't fight back against it. And I'm glad that people are striking to make sure that this actually gets proper codification into the law.
I mean,
before anything else happens.
The interesting thing is, right? I first off, I describe this stuff as commercial AI. Right?
Yeah.
So things like ChatGPT, things like Midjourney, it's commercial AI because it's not true AI, right? It is just like, oh, this is how we make money.
It's not even really fully fleshed out virtual intelligence either.
The big thing is that oh fuck, throw me off my point.
Sorry, it's not. It's
commercial AI.
And
commercial AI. Oh, but it's important on how you actually use it. So like, not every tool is fit for the job, right?
Yes.
So if you were at a mechanics and you gave a socket wrench to a receptionist, they may end up using it as a paperweight. If you give it to a customer, they may use it to smash a window. You give it to an actual mechanic, and they'll actually use it to tighten bolts and loosen bolts and things. They'll actually use it for its intended purpose. And that's the big thing about AIs, not API. Much. That's what's all about the AIs and things. So you can't realistically use services like Midjourney as the final solution. It is a tool much like a calculator. You still need people to refine it.
For now.
There is it.
For now.
Even afterwards, I think it still needs to be checked. Right? This level of tool is not sophisticated enough.
I think it'll eventually hit a point where it'll be fine. It'll be able to do it all on its own.
But I don't think ChatGPT will ever be that tool to do that, right? I think,
it'll be
Microsoft
something that comes out after that. Yeah.
It will be generations on in terms of technology. So still,
but anyway,
it's important. All of putting these rules in place is important, and the very first place that starts is establishing that the workers are important as much as the tools.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of gaming journalists and things have lost their jobs because of services like ChatGPT. I've also heard that ChatGPT has had to roll back its version 4 of its AI back to its version 3 because the version 4 was too expensive to run.
Oh, right? Wow, really?
Ooh.
That's what I've heard, right? I'm again, I read an article earlier today, massively clickbaity article on IGN about the current goings on of Marvel's Secret Invasion series. It's just you could have turned this into a fucking tweet. You didn't need to make this pages and pages long.
No, exactly.
Anyway, should we move on to the next story?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got one more union story coming up.
Right, so workers at Sega of America's Irvine office in California voted in favor of forming a new union named the Allied Employees Guild, approving Sega, Aegis, out of 170.
They clearly just came up with the acronym first, and then
I mean that's how it works, right? Anyway, out of 117 counted votes, 91 were in favor and 26 were against. The new union, in partnership with Communications Workers of America (CWA) and its campaign to organize digital employees code, include a majority of the office's staff across different departments, making it the first video game union in the US featuring workers from various areas. The National Labor Regulation Board, NLRB, Relations Board, will have to certify the union before negotiations begin. Aegis, with over 200 members, is also the largest multi-department union of the organized workers in the gaming industry.
It doesn't say what they're trying to organize or what they're trying to
well, they're probably good at better working conditions and things.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
More than likely better working conditions.
Yeah. But they didn't have any specifics on it. Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to know why they decided to create a new one, and I can only assume it's because the existing one just wasn't up to snuff.
Well, I think the existing ones were each in their own department,
really exist.
And this one is across all departments.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Interdepartmental
gives them a bigger block of workers to negotiate with.
Right.
Also allows the thing that employers very much frown upon, which is discussing your pay with other departments. So that they
especially
don't like that transparency of seeing what other departments earn.
So I'm really interested to know where you guys stand with this and where our audience stands with this in terms of making your pay transparent and things like this, because I feel that there are a non-zero number of people that, if they found out how much I was being paid, would kick off that they're not making the same amount as I do. But then it's like, yeah, but you don't do half the shit that Drew does.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Two people with the same job title may not necessarily have the same responsibilities
or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
even though they're technically filling the same job position.
Yeah. So I see the value in it, because I've seen people like, you know, I knew someone that was working at a company for years who was on $21K a year. A new starter came in on $28K, right? And it was like, well, where's the guy that's been loyal to you for years? Where's his reward? And like, he basically said, like, look, I'm walking. I'm like, you know, I've discovered what you paid the last person, and I'm done, right? And then they turned around and quickly said, like, we'll offer you 24.5. And they're like, you know,
this actually almost happened to me. Back when I was earning something like 17.5.
Yeah.
And the budget for hiring a new worker to come in and be trained by me was higher than that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody who had no experience.
Yeah.
So my direct superior kicked up a massive fuss and actually got me put up before they brought the new person in.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy.
You could see that again happening right now in the same company. So I'm still working in the same place since then. And I've just been promoted and got a pay rise that goes with that. But the other workers in the factory have had a real mixed bag of things since this whole place improved, including one of them who is just genuinely a sourpuss. I mean, he's like, it's the word that I would use to describe him. He's not an arsehole, he's just sourpuss. Okay, and he was there complaining to one of the other managers about the state of affairs. And that manager just turned around and said, excuse me, over the last 2 years, you've had the entire place renovated around you to put you in a better working condition in the first place. We've all had actual functional pay rises last year, and we're getting them again this year for the end of our fiscal year.
Wow.
And they even gave us, because we went 9 years with the old bosses, doling out pay rises to people they thought deserved them and not to others.
Yeah.
So when this management buyout got us into the new situation, it's massively improved. We are the best we've ever been, and we're going further up. And this guy's still complaining.
This
is some people are like.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And that's the sort of person, like, oh, is it good to actually for them to know what other people are on and things like that? And you know, so like,
maybe
again,
it is. Maybe it means you get rid of an asshole and be able to hire somebody else better in their place.
I mean, I don't know what the laws are like in the US, but in the UK, the law is very much on the side of the employee, right? So like, you can't just like over here, like the termination periods are like a month, 3 months plus sort of thing, right?
There's no such thing
I don't know.
at will.
I don't know about contractual work. I only know about at-will employees over here, and my state specifically is right. It's at-will. You can quit. Boss can fire you. You don't have to give 2 weeks notice or anything. It's just, you know, you can just leave that day and you're gone. You know.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that.
That works to the benefit of both sides, technically, because I can quit a job I don't like and not have to stay there, but the employer can also fire me immediately, and now I'm you know, fucked. You know.
Yeah.
So. Yes. Didn't Loz have a person he knew that when they were going to quit their job, they needed to give 4 years of notice because they couldn't replace that person? It was something stupid like that. They literally could not replace that person without training them up from 4 years.
I imagine 1 year, because like I knew someone that one of my old supervisors at the university, her termination period was 10 months. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
But that was at like a doctor researcher level, so I can't imagine it being 4 years. That's sound.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
When you start getting
maybe I'm wrong.
It was the most outlandish one I've heard. Yes, but it came from somebody that I did know and who knew this person personally. So I thought it was.
When you start getting into like work contracts and stuff, then you're dealing with a different bag.
Yeah. Well, let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking we'd have to fill a bunch of time at the end, and
I bled it anyway.
The Kodansha VR Lab announced on Thursday that Oscar-nominated director Koji Yamamura has completed the virtual reality anime short My Inner Ear Quartet. The anime runs about 35 minutes long, and it will be in Japanese and English. Here's how Kodansha describes the story. What lives in a lonely boy's ear? And why a boy's ear? A lonely boy dug in the dirt every day and collected what he found in a cookie tin. In the boy's notebook, he recorded the lonely voices of the objects he collected. Inside the boy's ears live 4 musicians and 2 Venus flower basket shrimps, who play and dance in response to his tears. He shook a cookie tin filled with the found objects in return. In this way, the boy grew up. The boy grew up and became a salesman selling hearing aids and no longer picked up lonely voices or shed tears. One day, fascinated by a handmade bird brooch he saw on the TV, saw on the TV news that was found in a Japanese-American internment camp, he set out on a journey to collect lonely voices again. What would he find there, eventually?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What a setup.
Unfortunately, I don't have VR, so I can't check this out, but maybe Zeno can let us know if it's interesting or not.
Just look at it literally got the shrimps on there that are dancing
there's
to
the
the
shrimp.
music.
What the fuck?
It sounds like it could be an interesting artsy experience. We got some other pictures here. This is a salesman, I guess. I don't know, man.
Anyway.
Okay, next. Pluto TV and Toho International announced in June that they are launching a 24-hour linear streaming channel dedicated to the Godzilla franchise. The channel will feature over 30 films from the franchise, including titles that were previously not available for home viewing in the United States. The new linear streaming channel is slated to launch in early July.
Isn't Pluto free? I can't remember.
Possibly, but look at that list.
Yeah, this is a mass. I didn't include it all, but I mean, all the way from 1969 up through 2004. I mean, that's... Jeez. That's cool. That's very cool. Let's go check that out.
Is Shin Godzilla on there?
I think Shin Godzilla is too late. That's after 2004.
Oh, what a shit.
But it has Final Wars. Everyone's favorite Final Wars.
Yeah. Oh.
Right,
moving on. The independent anime project
Volicia
of Pluto, Vapor Trail, Another Age, 2006, has released the full anime on its official website, available with English and Japanese subtitles until August 31st. What?
That is a full 32 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. The project is directed by 23-year-old Ash. Is ASH? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
Who's also credited as the editor, scriptwriter, animator, and cinematographer. Police, you can stop. Please stop. Thank you. Right. The story follows Akio Hoshigami, can we stop the video because he's really distracting me?
Psychedelic.
Right. Who overcomes a leg injury and regains her true self while navigating high school life with her friends Anyo
Umisoi.
Whatever. However, Ayano mysteriously disappears, setting the stage for a sequel that is currently being crowdfunded on the Campfire platform with a target release in winter 2024. Ash has previously released 2 other anime projects: 35-minute Gekijoban Vapor Trail in 2021 and the 25-minute Penetrate Blue Vapor Trail Another Age 28-24 in 2022. both of which can be found on Ash's YouTube channel with English subtitles. The ongoing Campfire campaign for the sequel of Volicia of Pluto has raised 440,500 yen so far, out of its 1 million yen goal, and will continue until August 31st.
I
gotta say, this looks pretty
the
good.
amount of independent stuff out here these days, especially with the crowdfunding for the animation. I'm a big fan of the stuff from VivziePop with Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel.
This gives me like Studio Trigger vibes. That's incredible.
That. With the sheen on it. Oh, well done.
That's so incredible.
Yes. So I love these small, independently funded ones.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool. All right. That's not supposed to be there. Wait, what was that? This just in. Sabi Kui Bisco TV anime gets second season. Holy crap!
Not even sure how. Anyway, that was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah. Right. So, and now to fill time, here's a bunch of upcoming anime. Crunchyroll announced an anime adaptation of Aya Shoto's The Demon Prince of Momochi House manga, but no date released.
Light novel series, The Two Sides of Voice Actor Radio, announced a 2024 anime adaptation.
Light novel series, I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time, has been greenlit for an anime adaptation. That sounds amazing.
Oh gosh, where were we? The sci-fi crime suspense light novel series Your Forma has been greenlit for an anime adaptation. JC Staff has been attached to the anime adaptation. Oh wait, sorry. That's the next one. Oops.
Yeah. JC Staff has been attached to the anime adaptation of light novel series Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, it can't.
Light novel series Heat the Pig Liver has an anime adaptation coming this October.
What? Look at the piggy! Look at the piggy! Look at the piggy!
Oh my fucking... Next one.
So the irregular Magic High School's sequel series airs in 2024.
Love that show.
No, you don't.
A second season of Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online has been announced.
Awesome. Mecha Uday, initially a Kickstarter project, has a fully fledged anime series coming in 2024.
Impressive.
Wait. I think I got those out of order. What was the last one that I just closed?
Probably the one that...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I decided not to do that one. Ha ha ha. Okay. So, Cherry Magic. Original manga Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard, is getting an anime adaptation from Square Enix.
The new City Hunter film, titled City Hunter the Movie Angel Dust, opens in theaters across North America and the UK in 2024.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Zeno's favorite show, Girlfriend, announced the second season. Fuck.
I didn't actually know that one was going to go to you.
Fuck.
Yep. Anytime it says Zeno's favorite anime, you can pretty much count on it not being.
Yeah, obviously.
The anime adaptation of The Witch and the Beast is set to premiere January 2024. This is my favorite. The second season of Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy has been announced for January 2024, with JC Staff replacing C2C as the production team. Yeah.
Also known as How to Open Another Shop in Another World. Hayao Miyazaki's How Do You Live Now? It has an official English title of The Boy and the Heron. G-Kids has licensed it for North America release later this year.
And finally, Crunchyroll announced that the anime adaptation of Berserk of Gluttony will air in October with the release of an official trailer. Which I think we've talked about before, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but it looked kind of fun.
I think I do vaguely remember this.
Fate Graphite is one of the Forsaken, cursed with the skill Gluttony. He is ever starving, never sated until the day he kills a dying thief and devours the man's strength and his soul. The true hunger of Fate Gluttony has been awakened, and if he can learn to control his power, he will at last be the master of his own death. So, could be interesting. Could be bad.
I mean, I just love the skull mask.
Yeah, that's a really nice visual. Like, is he the bad guy?
That's harkening back to...
Is he the bad
Just
guy?
keep it.
Yeah, it's harkening back to some of the earlier anime and manga, where they have those kind of half-face masks and enjoy hiding just the top part so they can still talk.
I mean, that visual there, if you scroll down,
Goblin Slayer
with
guy
the red
going on.
eye.
yeah, that one doesn't look that similar to the one below it.
I think it's just perspective.
Yeah, it makes him look bigger and older than he is.
Yeah.
I think that may be intentional.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Are we done with the news?
I believe we are, in fact, done with the news.
Done with the news.
We have
Man, I
newsed
feel
it all
so
out.
knowledgeable. I feel like I've learned so much.
Have you, though?
So many good,
Have you
important
really?
things. Apart from Girlfriend. I could have done without knowing that one. So,
Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy.
I mean... Oh, wait, I did finish that
Definitely
one.
the shops and gazebos.
So stay tuned
Yes.
later this week for a Kanpai Cast where we discuss which is better, anime or the anime series or the anime movies, and all the stuff surrounding that. Like, I'll come at it from a bunch of different angles.
You almost said what Xeno wanted it to be.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll see you. We'll see you next time for news.
For news.
Bye, everyone.